Hello everyone, this is Dhanashri Chougale and you're watching Ganga Education. Welcome back to my channel. On this channel, you will get information regarding law and competitive examination related to law. So subscribe my channel and hit on a bell icon so that you can get information regarding upcoming videos. This is part 3 of Civil Judge Junior Division Judicial Magistrate of First Class Preliminary Examination held in 2016 at Maharashtra. We have already discussed question number 1 to question number 50 in last previous videos. The links of those videos are mentioned in description box. Please go through it. For now, we will discuss question number 51 to question number 75. So without further delay, let's get started. Question number 51. Premises under Maharashtra Rent Control Act means A. Any building, B. Part of building, C. A room or apartment, D. Land or open plot. Option number 1. All the above. Option number 2. A, B and C only. Option number 3. B and C only. Option number 4. A and D only. And the correct answer is option number 2. A, B and C only. It means land or open plots are not included in premises. Now question number 52. Compensatory cost can be awarded when? Option number 1. Claim made or defense taken in any suit is found false or vexatious. Option number 2. Claim or defense in a suit is objected to by the adverse party and is found to be false or vexatious. Option number 3. Suit is dismissed on the ground that claim is not proved at all. Option number 4. The court in its discretion considers it just and proper to award such a cost. And the correct answer is option number 2. Claim or defense in a suit is objected to by the adverse party and is found to be false or vexatious. Now question number 53. Court may presume a document to be duly executed and attested. Option number 1. When document is 20 years old and produced from proper custody. Option number 2. When document is original, produced from proper custody and 30 years old. Option number 3. When document is a copy but 30 years old and produced from proper custody. Option number 4. When notice to produce document is given but it is not produced. And the correct answer is option number 2. That is when document is original, produced from proper custody and 30 years old. Now question number 54. Written statement is to be filed. Option number 1. Within 90 days from the date of service of summons. Option number 2. Within 30 days from the date of first appearance of the defendant. Option number 3. Within 90 days from the first appearance of defendant. Option number 4. Within 30 days from the date of service of summons. And the correct answer is option number 4. Within 30 days from the date of service of summons. Question number 55 has been removed from this examination. Now question number 56. Frustration of contract means A. Performance of contract becomes afterward impossible because of inaction of promisor. B. Performance of contract becomes afterward impossible or unlawful for no fault of promisor. C. Performance of contract becomes difficult. Option number 1. A only. Option number 2. B only. Option number 3. A and C only. Option number 4. A and B only. And the correct answer is option number 2. B only. It means performance of contract becomes afterward impossible or unlawful for no fault of promisor. Now question number 57. A. Keeping bait in the pocket dishonestly induced a dog of B to go with him. Thus he took away the dog out of possession of B. What offence, if any, has A committed? Option number 1, criminal force. Option number 2, abduction. Option number 3, theft. Option number 4, no offence. And the correct answer is option number 3, theft. Now question 58. For what an injunction can be granted? A. To prevent breach of obligation in favor of plaintiff. B. To restrain a person from instituting or prosecuting criminal proceeding. C. To prevent breach of contract, the performance of which would not be specifically enforced. Option number 1, A only. Option number 2, A and C only. Option number 3, A and B only. Option number 4, in all the cases. And the correct answer is option number 1, A only, that is to prevent breach of obligation in favor of plaintiff. Now question number 59. How the content of a document are to be proved? Option number 1, by oral evidence of the author. Option number 2, by oral evidence of a scribe. Option number 3, by primary or secondary evidence. Option number 4, by oral admission as to the content when party is not entitled to give secondary evidence. And the correct answer is option number 3, by primary or secondary evidence. Now question number 60. Dowry death means. Option number 1, death of a woman under suspicious circumstances within 7 years of her marriage. Option number 2, death of a woman under suspicious circumstances within 5 years of her marriage. Option number 3, death of a woman under suspicious circumstances within 7 years of her marriage and she was subjected to cruelty by her husband or in-laws just before her death. Option number 4, death of a woman under suspicious circumstances within 5 years of her marriage and she was subjected to cruelty by her husband or in-laws. And the correct answer is option number 3, death of a woman under suspicious circumstances within 7 years of her marriage and she was subjected to cruelty by her husband or in-laws just before her death. Now question number 61. Court can take cognizance of the offence of defamation. Option number 1, on a police report. Option number 2, upon a complaint made by a person aggrieved by the offence. Option number 3, upon information received from any other person. Option number 4, upon complaint filed by anybody. And the correct answer is option number 2, upon a complaint made by a person aggrieved by the offence. Now question number 62. Warrant of arrest may be directed to A. A police officer. B. More than one police officers. C. Any other person. Option number 1, A only. Option number 2, B only. Option number 3, A and B only. Option number 4, A, B and C all. And the correct answer is option number 4, A, B and C all. Now question number 63. Which of the following are the correct propositions? A. Every partner has a right to have access and to inspect books of the firm. B. Every partner has a right to take part in the business of the firm. C. Every partner has a right to show profit. D. Every partner has implied authority to open banking account in his own name. And option number 1, A and C. Option number 2, A and B. Option number 3, A, B and C. Option number 4, all the above. And the correct answer is option number 2, that is A and B. It means every partner has a right to have access and to inspect books of the firm. And B, every partner has a right to take part in the business of the firm. Now question number 64. Evidence of a witness recorded in the earlier proceedings is relevant and admissible in subsequent proceeding provided option number 1, witness is dead or cannot be examined and the earlier proceeding was between the same parties issues were the same and adverse party had a right to cross-examine the witness. Option number 2, witness is dead or cannot be examined and issues in earlier proceedings were the same. Option number 3, witness has become hostile to the party who is required to examine him in subsequent proceeding. Option number 4, witness is not willing to give evidence in subsequent proceeding though his evidence is material. And the correct answer is option number 1, witness is dead or cannot be examined and the earlier proceeding was between the same parties, issues were the same and adverse party had the right to cross-examine the witness. Now question number 65, injury means A, defamation, damage to reputation, B, voluntary causing hurt to any person, C, harm caused lawfully to any person or property. Option number 1, A only. Option number 2, B only. Option number 3, A and B both. Option number 4, all the above acts. And the correct answer is option number 3, A and B both. It means defamation, damage to reputation, and B, voluntary causing hurt to any person. Now question number 66. When a person dies intestate without any heir, his property vests in. Option number 1, the person who performs his last rites. Option number 2, his relatives though they are not his legal heirs. Option number 3, the one who took his care during his last days. Option number 4, the state government by estate. And the correct answer is option number 4, the state government by estate. Now question number 67. Which of the following irregularities vitiate the proceedings? A, magistrate though not empowered tender pardon under section 306 Criminal Procedure Code in good faith. B, magistrate not empowered makes over the case to other magistrate. C, magistrate not empowered tried the offence summarily. D, magistrate though not competent decide and appeal. Option number 1, A and B. Option number 2, B and D. Option number 3, C and D. Option number 4, A and D. And the correct answer is option number 3, C and D. That is, a magistrate not empowered tries the offence summarily, and D, magistrate though not competent decides an appeal. Now question number 68. Who amongst the following is not a competent witness? Option number 1, school going boy of the age of 8 years. Option number 2, a blind since birth. Option number 3, a person unable to speak or communicate verbally. Option number 4, a child of 4 years of age unable to answer rationally. And the correct answer is option number 4, a child of 4 years of age unable to answer rationally. Now question number 69. Cross-examination of a witness means. Option number 1, an examination by adverse party. Option number 2, further examination of own witness who is hostile. Option number 3, an examination of witness to test his veracity by any party. Option number 4, examination of witness by the court itself. And the correct answer is option number 1, an examination by adverse party. Now question number 70. Suit for compensation for malicious proceeding is required to be filed within option number 1, 3 years from the date of acquittal. Option number 2, 5 years from the date of acquittal. Option number 3, 1 year from the date of acquittal. Option number 4, 1 year from the date of demand of compensation by notice. And the correct answer is option number 3, that is 1 year from the date of acquittal. Now question number 71. How a will is required to be proved? Option number 1, by examining the scribe. Option number 2, by examining the person who had seen the testator executing the will. Option number 3, by oral evidence of propounder of the will. Option number 4, by examining at least one attesting witness if alive or capable of giving evidence. And the correct answer is option number 4, by examining at least one attesting witness if alive or capable of giving evidence. Now question number 72. Agreement without consideration is A. valid, B. void, C. valid provided it is in writing, registered and made on account of natural love and affection. Option number 1, A only is correct. Option number 2, B only is correct. Option number 3, all are correct. Option number 4, B and C are correct. And the correct answer is option number 4, that is B and C are correct. It means it is void and it is valid provided it is in writing, registered and made on account of natural love and affection. Now question number 73. A decree for partition of agricultural land declaring shares of the parties is to be executed by option number 1, the same court which passed the decree. Option number 2, the court to which decree is transferred under section 39 of the Civil Procedure Code. Option number 3, the collector or his gazetted subordinate deputed by him. Option number 4, the revenue court when precept is to it by the court which passed the decree. And the correct answer is option number 3, the collector or his gazetted subordinate deputed by him. Now question number 74. Which of the following are judgment in rem? Option number 1, judgment in declaratory suit under section 34 of Specific Relief Act. Option number 2, judgment in probate, matrimonial, admiralty or insolvency proceedings. Option number 3, judgment in criminal trials. Option number 4, judgment of Supreme Court. And the correct answer is option number 2, judgment in probate, matrimonial, admiralty or insolvency proceedings. Question number 75. A is tried for the murder of B by poison. Which of the following facts are relevant at the trial of A? A. Before the incident, A had procured poison similar to that found in the body of B. B. Earlier, A had made attempt to kill B. C. In the past, A had murdered two others by poisoning. D. A was on inimical terms with B. Option number 1, A and B only. Option number 2, A, B and D only. Option number 3, C and D only. Option number 4, all of the 4 facts. And the correct answer is option number 2, that is A, B and D only. It means before the incidents, A had procured poison similar to that found in the body of B. Earlier, A had made attempt to kill B, and in the past, A had murdered two others by poisoning. That's it for this video. We have totally discussed question number 1 to question number 75 in these 3 videos. In upcoming video, we will discuss last 25 questions. So stay tuned. Thank you for listening.